G'day guys, this is Nick at Stridewise.com, and today I'm unboxing $875 of tailor stitch apparel. I kind of wish I got one of the What's jackets because I really dig that look, and I could have made the title of this video $1,000 of tailor stitch, but I have $875. The reason I have this exact amount is because they randomly sent me all this stuff. I've been thinking of doing reviews of high-end sweatpants, so I reached out. I've never spoken to them before. I asked if they might be willing to send me a pair, and they said, yeah man, we love your reviews. We're gonna send you our best-selling items and stuff so you can get to know our brand. So yeah, like full disclosure, all this stuff is free, but that honestly means like I'm less invested in if it's good or not because I didn't pay for it. I don't really care either way. So I don't think I'm shilling when I say, let's look at the most popular items from this very popular brand that you might have been thinking about buying from. Tailor Stitch is a brand that is very inspired by heritage fashion, which in short means apparel like inspired by vintage casual wear, like usually stuff that's made from natural materials like cotton and leather, and lasts a lot longer than fast fashion, right? The thing I like the most about Tailor Stitch versus other heritage style brands is that they use like heritage-y fabrics and designs, but they're cheaper because they're mostly made in China. They have kind of an eco-friendly bent as well. They use organic cotton and have some other angles there, and they have better fits. Most brands try to replicate old-fashioned clothing, and old-fashioned clothing tends to be very boxy. Tailor Stitch has like nice V-shaped fits and long torsos, which is great for my V-shaped long torso. So yeah, Tailor Stitch, let's open it up, see what we got. All right. All right, this is the Après Pant. This is the item I was trying to get when I initially reached out to Tailor Stitch because it's like the fancy sweatpant. I know there are expensive premium sweatpants out there like Reigning Champ and American Giant. I own both and reviews will eventually come. But the Après Pant is less like a training pant and more like a relaxing pant, a leisure pant, I guess. But it's one of their best sellers. It's like an invented pant, by which I mean it's like a heritage take on a sweat pant, but it's a product of the minds at Tailor Stitch rather than trying to be a reproduction of anything old-fashioned. But it's as heritage as you could get, I guess. Even though it's pretty darn stretchy, it's made of 100% cotton because Tailor Stitch tends to go heritagey. It's got antique brass metal tips on the end of the draw cord, and it's got this cool waffle weave as well that gives a really cool texture. The way waffle fabric is made is kind of complicated. The warp and weft floats are arranged around a plain weave center that makes it seem like they're floating on top of it. So it makes these kind of square ridges, and it suffers with each wash as well. So I'm really excited to try this out. All right. This is the long haul jacket. I think it's Tailor Stitch's signature jacket, or at least their signature mid to heavyweight jacket. The Ojai Jacket is their go-to light jacket. The long haul jacket is kind of their take on the classic trucker jacket. I've been meaning to review it, but it's very hard to do because they release it in a million different fabrics each year, and a lot of those fabrics are temporary, so it's hard to get a review that's going to have like long-term value because what's on offer always changes. This is a decent example because this is a new rinsed organic selvage long haul jacket, so it's denim, but they told me they're actually planning to make this version of the jacket a staple going forward. So it's like a burly selvage denim that's been given a slight rinse to kind of knock down some of the hardcore starchy feeling that a lot of raw denim has. It's also organic cotton, which is kind of a big deal. It produces half as much CO2 as regular cotton, it uses less water, and there are no pesticides. So yeah, I've got a gray Stetson at home with this jacket's name on it, I think. So this is the Western shirt in washed denim. It's a Western shirt, 6-ounce organic cotton, and it's been washed for a more vintage look. And yeah, it's a Western shirt, which I've always been like a bit too gun shy to order, being not from the Midwest or from this entire country. But if it's a gift, I will take it. What makes a Western shirt is the slanted chest pockets, the fact that it snaps instead of buttons, and the signature pointed yoke across the shoulders and chest. Fun facts I learned about the Western shirt: the snaps were a practical breakaway feature so that it snaps off if you get the shirt caught in like a fence or something. And they say it was so cowboys wouldn't need to carry needles and thread in case they had to fix a lost button. The curved yoke here, I wish I had a good explanation for, but there are like 10 different explanations for it online. So all I can say is it makes your shoulders look bigger. So maybe it's worth a buy. And some people say it's inspired by Native American fashion as well, which could be cool. But again, yeah, there's a lot of myths and mythologies around the curved yoke. All I know is it looks pretty cool. This is the Jack in white everyday Oxford. The Jack shirt is Taylor Stitch's go-to casual button-down. They say they've sold 150,000 of them, and it's their everyday Oxford, meaning it's meant to be the shirt you can wear every day with whatever. I actually already bought one of these exact shirts. They didn't know that because they kind of surprised me with this whole shipment, but I have a white Jack shirt, and I got it because it can be hard to find a white shirt that looks at home on a pair of jeans and like doesn't look like it's missing from a suit. That's achieved partly by using a fairly heavyweight 6-ounce cotton. And this is a good example of their fit. It's nice and long, it's pretty broad up top, and it comes in like a half dozen colors at any given time. So yeah, it's a good casual button down that doesn't look too casual or too dressy. So this one here is the Ojai Jacket in washed charcoal. Like I mentioned, the Ojai is their signature lightweight jacket. It's super popular, and it comes in a ton of fabrics as well. Sometimes it's in wool, sometimes it's in their duck. Usually it's available in a few 8-ounce cottons, and this is another one I already owned. I did a whole review about it actually, so you can watch it up here. Basically, it's Taylor Stitch's version of a chore coat, which is a very iconic kind of jacket for the heritage crowd. They're longer than most jackets, and they say it first appeared in France in the late 19th century. It's often called a French chore coat. It's like dressier than a trucker jacket, less dressy than a blazer. It's cut fairly loose, so it's meant to be easy to work in, at least originally that was the intention. I'm a really big fan of the Ojai Jacket, and I said this before I'd ever spoken to Taylor Stitch and gotten free stuff for them. I paid for my Ojai Jacket, and yeah, it just comes in like a ton of colors and materials. I kind of want to get a wool one when it's next available, but yeah, it's just a really nice casual jacket that you can, if you want, you can layer it and put something heavier over it, but it's really fine on its own. Like, it's a good kind of fair weather kind of jacket. Lastly, I've got their Chore Pant in Tobacco Boss Duck. This is a very famous pant and a very famous material from Taylor Stitch. This is like, it's like Taylor Stitch's super special invention, the Boss Duck. They always talk about it, they're very proud of it. Duck, for starters, is a tightly woven kind of fabric, typically cotton and typically used in workwear. Like your average Carhartt jacket is made of duck canvas. But again, usually it's cotton. Taylor Stitch's Boss Duck, they say, is 4 times stronger than cotton. It's made with 54% hemp, 30% recycled polyester, 14% organic cotton, and 2% spandex. The spandex, of course, makes it more comfortable and gives it more mobility than standard pants. Plus, keeping with a kind of eco-friendly vibe, hemp uses 1/3 of the water of cotton and yields over double the fiber. The Chore Pant has reinforced knees as well and angled pockets. They probably won't fit me very well because I think we had a bit of a miscommunication about sizing for my pants. I might need to send them back. But yeah, Boss Duck is it's a big deal for Taylor Stitch. This is a massively popular pant for them, and I'm interested in wearing these and eventually reviewing them because they are that popular. All right, man, that's $875 of Taylor Stitch apparel. Like I said, I've already reviewed the Ojai Jacket. I put links in the description below to my review of the Ojai Jacket and also my review of their ranch boots, like their Chelsea boots, which I said in my best boots video. I think their boots are like the most underrated boots on the market. Like they're really good. I think a lot of people slept on them, but I'm a big fan of them. And I've been buying their stuff for years. This is the first time I've ever gotten anything free from them, which I'm happy to get. But yeah, so I'm gonna try and review a lot of this stuff coming up. Definitely the Après Pants, and maybe the Chore Pants as well. So keep an eye out and subscribe here as well if you just went up here, because heritage stuff, including like nice leather boots and good like cotton and canvas type apparel is my jam. So yeah, subscribe and there'll be a lot more content like this in the future.